Hello everyone, welcome to our channel codersarcade. In this video, I will be talking about how we can do browser navigations using Selenium and Java programming language. So before starting this video, I would like to thank everyone who have been watching our video and providing us with so much content, comments and love. I'm very happy for that and I request all of you to please subscribe to our channel, those who have not subscribed, and hit the bell icon so that you get notifications regarding our latest updates. Okay, thank you. So let's get started. As you can see here, I'm going to my IDE. In the last class, we learned how we can use the driver.get command to go to a particular URL, and also I showed you one more method which is driver.navigate.to in order to go to another website. So these are the two methods by which you can go to different websites, either driver.get or driver.navigate.to, and you have to specify the URL that you want to go to. Okay, and after that we also saw how to get the current URL and also how to get the title of the web page. So now let me create one new Java class. Right click, new Java class, and this time I will say browser navigations, and always remember the class name should be camel case in Selenium. Okay, so this is my new class. Okay, as you can see here, it has been created. Now what I will do is I will not write all the same things again and again. What I will do is I will copy this code from here till this part. Okay, because I don't want to set the property again and again. So I will copy this from here and I will go back. Let me minimize the project space and here I will just paste it. Okay, fine, it is done. Now you can see there is an error because I have to write the semi curly bracket as well. Okay, so this is done. Now first of all, let us go to the Google homepage. Driver dot, I can say, navigate dot to, and I have to specify the URL. So inside double quotes, I will pass the string URL https colon double forward slash www.google.com. Okay, let us run this and see if it is working or not. Okay, you can see it is building my program and it will start the Chrome driver now. Okay, you can see Chrome driver was started successfully and then it is opening the browser. It should go to google.com. As you can see here, it is done. Okay, so let me close it manually. Before that, let me show you something. Okay, I want to navigate to another web page. So selenium.dev. I'm doing it manually. Okay, after that I will show you how to do it using automation test case. So press enter. Now you can see it is going to selenium.dev, and again after that if I want to go to any other URL, I can say www.sourcedemo.com. This is another website and I will press enter. Okay, fine. Now let me maximize the screen. You can see here we have username and password text fields. So suppose if you want to enter data here, okay, so how we will do it? Always remember inside the web page we have specific web elements. So each field inside the web page is actually a web element. So this is our text field which is username, and this is a text field which is password, and this is the button, as you guys already know that, right? And we will have a special class on this where we will talk about locators. So each web element inside a web page is identified using a locator. There are many locators right now. In order to go to the DOM or the document object model of this web page, you just right click on this and say inspect. Okay, you can see here the DOM appears here. If you want it to a larger size, what you can do is you can click on this three dots here and then click on this icon. Okay, you can see this is coming down here. Now if you want to send any keys here, you have to inspect this field. So how to do it? You can just click on this option, the selector option. You can see it is highlighted in blue color. Now if you hover over this, you can see it is getting selected. Now just see here, this is the one. Let me just zoom it a little bit so that you can view it. Okay, you can see here, these are attributes of this particular text field. You can see here we have class, we have placeholder, we have type, we have data test, and you can see we have ID and name. So right now I'm going to use this name or the ID because you can see both are same. But in one special class, I will tell you how to actually use locators in Selenium. That will be a special class, so we'll go to that later. But right now I will just show you how to send some text or enter some text in this username field. Okay. So manually, if you have to do it, I will just say Saurabh, my name. You can see here, but we have to do it with the help of our automation script. So I will show you how to do it. And before that, let me also tell you, if I refresh this now, after entering this text, if I refresh this website now, this will be gone. So that is what I will try to do with automation. So we will try to refresh this page and we will actually see that this text is gone. Let me just show you manually here. If I refresh this, you can see the text that I entered was gone. So we will try to automate this using Selenium and Java. Okay. Let me manually close this and let me show you. You remember this? This is the username name. Okay. User hyphen name. So let me close this now for the time being. And there are no errors in my code. So let me just go to the next URL. Before that, I will put a sleep so that we can see that. Okay. Or let us do one thing. Let us just try to do it without having any weights. So I will say driver dot navigate dot to. This time I will say selenium.dev. Okay. So inside double quotes, I will pass the URL https colon double forward slash www.selenium.dev. Okay. So I want to go here, and after that I said I will go to Swag Labs. So driver.get, or you can say driver.navigate.to, same thing. This time I will pass https colon double forward slash www.sourcedemo.com. Okay. After that, we will actually see how to pass data or text into that text field. Okay. So first of all, let me run this and see the output. Right click and run. You can see it is building and it will start opening the browser. Okay, then you can see it's opening Google first, then it's going to selenium.dev and source demo. Okay, but it was very fast, right? So in order to see your actions that you are performing on the browser, we can put some weights. There are many kinds of weights in Selenium that will be properly discussed in one extra video. For the time being, I will just put a hard weight, and that is done using the thread class. Okay, so thread dot sleep method we will use, and here it takes the data in milliseconds. So if you want to sleep for 2 seconds, you have to say 2000 milliseconds. Okay, this is it. Now you can see there is an error, so I have to add exception to my method signature. So I will just hover over this and you can see add exception to method signature, or else you can also use a try catch. So I will just use the suggestion given by the JVM. I will click on this. Okay, and you can see this is the interrupted exception. Now the error is gone. So let me just copy it again. What I will do is I will paste it here so that we can see the things happening here. Okay, now let's see if there is any changes in the output. So I will run this again and let's see what changes we get now. So driver is successfully launched. It will go to Google. Okay, now you can see it is waiting for some time. Then it will open selenium.dev and then it will go to Swag Labs. Now it's better, right? But guys, please remember, this is just to show you people, okay? You should never use this kind of weight. It is called hard weight and it is not recommended in your projects. So I will write it here, not recommended. Okay. So please remember this. Just to view your actions, we are doing this. There are actually three kinds of weight: implicit, explicit, and fluent weight. We will talk about that in a proper video. Okay. For the time being, just to show the actions, I am doing this. Now, after that, as I told you, so let me open it again so that I can show you what I mean. I will try to actually enter some text into the username field. Okay. So let me again show you. It's going to Google, then it should go to selenium.dev. After waiting for 2 seconds, you can see it's done. Then after waiting for 2 seconds, it will go to Swag Labs. Okay. Now I have not closed the browser. I will do that eventually. For the time being, you can see this is where I want to put some text. Say Saurabh. And then if I refresh, you can see it is gone. So there are many methods in the navigation class. We can use them one by one. So first you can see we went to Google, then you went to selenium.dev, then you went to sourcedemo.com. So if you want to again go back to selenium.dev, we have the method called navigate.back. And if you want to again go forward, you have navigate.forward. Okay, and for refresh, we will use the refresh method. So let's see them one by one. First of all, let me just copy this thing, Control C, and I'll paste it so that we can see the actions there. Now I will say driver dot navigate dot, you can see here back. So the intention is it is currently in source demo or Swag Labs. It will go to selenium.tab. It will go one step back. Okay. Now after that, let me put the thread.zip again, Control C and Control V. Okay. So here I will go forward. So driver dot navigate dot forward. You can see this method forward. Okay. So our intention is I am going to Google, then going to selenium.dev and going to source demo. Then with this back, I should be in selenium.dev, and with this forward, I should again land back to sourcedemo.com. Okay. So let's see how it is working. Right click and run this. Okay, you can see it's working. First, it will go to Google, then wait for 2 seconds, go to selenium.dev. It's working fine. Now it will wait for 2 seconds, go to Swag Labs, and it will go back now. And you can see it is going forward. So all our tasks that we have thought of is working perfectly. Now, I say I will put some data in the username field. So right click and let me inspect it again so that we can check what is the name again. So I will just click on this here and you can see it comes down. So let me maximize this manually. I will show you how you can maximize the browser with a command. Okay. So just click on this selector. You can see its color is blue now. So after that, we have to select this username field. You can see the name I remember was user hyphen name, okay, or the ID. You can use any one of them. Let me just zoom it a little bit. And you can see the ID is username here or the name is also username. So by using our WebDriver instance driver, we can use this IDs to find the web elements and do some actions. Okay. We will talk about all the locators in a special video. For the time being, just make sure you understand this. Okay. We are using the ID or the name. Okay. Just remember that. So let me close this manually for the time being. And let me close the console. And here, let me use it sleep for some time. This is the hard weight, and guys, I am again telling you this weight is not recommended because you are forcing the driver to wait for this much time. That is not recommended for projects. Okay, just to show or view our actions that we are doing on the browser, we are doing this. So now we have the driver instance, and if we use dot, you can see we are getting so many methods. So as we are trying to find a web element and do some action, we will just say find element, and it takes arguments. So I will say by. So by is a class in Selenium. You can see by comes from org.openqa.selenium. Okay, I will just press enter and I will say by dot. You can see these are the locators: name, ID, CSS selector, tag name, partial link text, XPath, class name. So we can use any one of them. For the time being, I will use the name option. Okay, so inside double quotes, I will pass the name of that element. So you remember it was user hyphen name. Okay, so this is uniquely identifying that element. So the name was also username and the ID was also username. You can use any one of them. So after that, we want to send some text into that user field, right? We want to enter something there. So after pressing dot here, you can see I have the send keys method. Okay, so in this, it asks me the characters or the string that we want to send there. So I will just put a quote and here I will say Saurabh. Okay. And after that, let us wait for some more time. Say thread.sleep. And let us wait for 1 second. Okay. And then I will say driver dot navigate dot. You can see here I have the refresh method. So it will refresh the text that we have written. It will refresh the web page, and obviously if you refresh, the text will be gone. So let's see if we are able to achieve what we are trying to. So I'll run this again, and okay, you can see it's running. It will open the browser. It will go to Google. Okay, then it will go to selenium.dev. After waiting for 2 seconds, yes, it's doing that. And after that it will go to Swag Labs. Now it will go back to Selenium. Yes, it will come back to Swag Labs. Now you can see it is entering this text and then it is refreshed. Did you see it here? So this is how it is done. Let me add some more amount of sleep, then you will be getting to know this properly. Okay, so I'll close this manually now. Let me put a proper 2 second sleep here so that we can see this. And after that, this time I will quit the browser also. Okay, so driver dot, I will say close. Okay, there are two methods, one is close and one is quit. I will tell you what is the difference between that. For the time being, let's just remember that we can close the driver after doing our actions. Okay, so let me put a sleeve here. Driver dot, sorry, it should be thread dot flip, and say 1 second so that we can see the refresh action being done. Okay, then we are closing the browser. Now let's run this entire program once again and see the changes. Okay, now it will start Chrome browser and it will open Google this time, and then it will go to Selenium, go to Swag Labs, go back to Selenium, go forward to Swag Labs again. It will enter the text you can see here, then it is refreshing, yes, and then it will close the browser. So this is how it is done. Okay, you can see it was done successfully. Okay, now this is how it is done. Okay, so we have learned about the back method to go back to the previous page, forward message to go forward to the next page that we have already clicked, and then we are using the by class. You can see here this by class has been imported. Okay, and then we are using the name attribute. Okay, and this is the value username, and then we are using the send keys method to send this keys, and then we use refresh to refresh the data. Okay, so this is how it is done. So this is about browser navigation in Selenium, guys. I hope you have understood. If you have any queries regarding this, you can Put your comments in the comment section. I will be very happy to clarify your doubts. And at the same time, if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. I will see you in the next video. For the time being, bye bye. Take care.